this was one that it will be the transition shade, and this one it will be the crease shade. I will be just applying this shade in the transition shade, in the transition area. I have no idea what is going to be this eye look, but I think it will be a little bit more colorful than I thought. And now I will grab the other shade. Now I just applied the transition, in the crease, not in the transition, in the crease, that shade with another brush. I just applied a little bit more in the crease. I will do the other eye, but this was the shade that I was applying just recently with this brush. Just keep charging like that, and I was doing this thing on the other eye. I will show you the other shades that I'm using, so I will just finish this eye off camera and show you the other shades that I'm going to be using. That is the inner, the half, and the outer part of the lid. I just applied these two shades from my mom's palette. They always have my age, and this one the Revlon color chart. This is another one color chart here, down here. But on the lid we have, in the inner part, the City Mini Rooftop Bronzers, and that will be this shade. This shade up here. In the half lid, this is the 63 Avon Lilacs. This is the Avon Lilacs. This is that shade. So one is the one that I will be putting just or applying in the half of the lid. And at the outer half here is the 51. Is the Maybelline City Mini Graffiti Pop. So this is the one shade that I'll be using. This is the shade that I'm going to be using. So it is okay. This is in the outer, this in the half, and this one in the inner corner. Be starting with this is the outer part of the lid. So I will be applying that shade on the outer part of the lid. I will be building it up layer and layer. This is quite pigmented if I just go directly, and I'm using a kind of fluffy brush, so this shows out a little bit the color, you know. We continue just to apply it. Sometimes I go with the fingertips, one that I just place that shade. That's what I'm going to do. I'll be just pressing this area. Now it's time to move on and put the other shade in the half of the lid. Before doing that, I just grab the other brush with the crease shade and slightly, with nothing else on the brush, it was the one that I used for the, slightly go over that so it can blend into that crease shade. Because when you place this, sometimes you get in this area, So what I grab is the brush that I used before with the crease shade. With not grabbing anything else, I just go there again, try to blend the two shades together. As I just had that removed a little bit from the, I will go back with a shade and intensify the shade a little bit more. And now I'm going to go with a half lid shade. And now I'll just put that sky blue shade. We contrast with the two other shades that I have. I don't want to go so up there so I cannot lose the crease shade. I just go in the middle. This is Google sorted this out, so this is not my fault. And now I just apply in the inner corner, in the inner part of the lid, that light golden shade. So I will just bring that light gold shade that I always use as an inner corner highlighter or a brow bone highlighter, but today is not the case. And I'm trying to blend these two together. I will reinforce that blue shade and the transition shade. I don't know if this is going to be kind of nice together, but I wanted to enforce this transition shade because I really want you to see all the shades. I will enforce the middle shade and I will move on. I will keep the highlight for later on because I will do my whole face first before continuing with the lower lash line and the highlight. Here I just put outer half and inner. I just inverted this order here on purpose, and I got on the outer the 72 from the Revlon color chart, and that was I'm trying to see this one, and that was this shade here, 72, and the shade in is this one. This one is the one that is outer half of outer third of the lid of the lower lash line. There is the 64 and the half from a trio is that one. This sort of gray, this is going to go in the middle of the lower lash line. And in the inner, it will be the number 12. That is from the L'Oreal La Palette Nude. And this one is the shade. Palette is this one. So this is one in the inner. Sorry, this one in the half. And this one in the outer. Very colorful. Yeah. Because I only have this brush, I will start with the half. And then I will use this one. I will use it last because I have only one brush. So I will just dip into this shade. See, just there, I know that you will be barely seeing that. I know if I do this, I don't know if you can see, but I'm just trying to apply something here. So I will be dipping that silver, so I don't know, maybe there you can see something. I don't know if you can see something there. But it is something there, okay? I can see some shine. Yeah. Let me try and stamping it. if you can see. It's a beautiful silver, actually. I'll be getting this one, the same brush. It will be in the inner part of the lid. Because I have some wrinkles there, I just try to not I cannot say that word. I don't want to make them like stand out, so I go with the first one here, so when I have my eyes open is the one that will have the shade and not these two here, these two lines here. I don't know if you can see the shade, but it's something that I use as a highlight, so yeah. If you try to stamp it one more time so I can get more color payoff, if I just look up, I don't know if you can see, I see the light bulbs that I have, right? I don't know if you can see my eye. Yeah. Yes. And now the last shade, they will go this area. Yes, this green with golden reflections in it, like a duochrome thing. Yeah. Well, so I will kind of stamp it right there. I'm not going to use another shade to make it work because that's not what it's supposed to be. I was supposed to be following what Google picked, the numbers it picked. I want to mention that I have a quad-ish, now it has 3 shades. But the quad itself is kind of, I put some color and disappears. So I am not putting that into the mix. So I will be trying to intensify that shade. So I will just press again. But I'm not bringing it so high, just where that shade meets. And not so into the inner corner so that silver will be like lost. And now, after that I will be applying mascara, I will just know the shades that I go to the brow bone and the inner corner. And these 2 shades of the inner corner, brow bone, I must say that I already applied. You cannot see anything with that shade. Well, I will show you in the other light. And those are 23 and 7. Well, 23 and 7 are the ones that are 7 is this one and 23 is this one. So in the inner corner, this is the highlight in the inner corner, and this one on the brow bone. So not so that bad. Well, this is the highlight that I will be just applying, because this is lighter than the other shade. I will apply this one first under the brow bone. You can see I just applied the eyeliner This goes. Just apply a brow gel, the rimel. This is kind of all shimmery, and this shade in the inner corner. And I will just slightly between those two. This is the final look. I don't know what you think of these random eye look numbers. Well, I don't know. I think it's kind of nice. It's something that I never did before. And I don't know, I like it. I am not someone that put or applies shadows on the lower lash line in general, but I don't know. What do you think? So yeah, well, the foundation is a foundation that I'm just running out. Lipstick, I try to reach a nude that I never use. It's a combination of these two things here. It's a combination, and well, I don't know. What do you think? Comment down below if you liked it, if you want to see another random number one. I don't know, maybe I can do a series out of this. I have 100 shades, so it could be very interesting. And try to not use a shade that I used before. That could be very nice. So I will try to tell you the description of the shades that I use. Sometimes the light is different for what I see in the mirror, and then I see the video and it's kind of, oh my god, that was bright. No, that's not so that bright. So it's kind of a different for me. And well, I don't know, what do you think? Well, I hope you liked it. Thumbs up, subscribe, and I want to see you in my next video. Bye bye.